Black Keys Brothers.
Hello, my needle drops. Anthony Fantano here, and it's time for an album review. The Black Keys are a blues rock duo from Akron, Ohio, and this is their 6th album. The title is Brothers. At 6 albums in, just about any band is going to be in an interesting place, and that's no less true for the Black Keys. In 2008, the band put out a tight, colorful little album called Attack and Release. The Danger Mouse-produced LP removed some of the gritty, wandering elements of the band's music and replaced them with some studio sheen and extra instrumentation. Brothers, which may excite some fans, is a return to the basics, the drums and guitar foundation that made the Black Keys' early work so great. Plus, the Black Keys have taken to producing their own music once again, but still brought on Danger Mouse to produce the single, Tighten Up, which is arguably one of the best tracks on the LP. So even though Brothers may be somewhat of a return to the Black Keys' earlier work, it doesn't mean the band ignores and abandons everything that they've learned up until this point. For example, whether it's an instrument, or an effect, or a studio trick, the band makes sure to put a signature sound into each track, making it easy to separate one song from another. For example, She's Long Gone has some really unique guitar squawk effects. Also, Too Afraid to Love You has a beautiful harpsichord that really colors the background of the song. The opener, Everlasting Light, which I absolutely love, has some great falsetto vocals brought to us by Dan Auerbach, and the track Black Mud is a short little instrumental. Brothers is a little more brave in terms of length too, adding almost 20 more minutes than its predecessor, and several more tracks too. Overall, the songs are longer and take a bit more time to build, and emphasize groove and atmosphere rather than making sure you hear the hook right off the bat. The attitude of Brothers is something to make note of too. Maybe it took this new LP to see it, but the passion on Brothers makes Attack and Release look as if the Black Keys are playing karaoke over their own songs. I find the emotion on this new LP to be really open, authentic, and relatable. Maybe overall it's not as immediate as Attack and Release, but still, the dirty, blues-based rock that made this band popular is back, with a few occasional jaunts into the world of soul music. Though I do commend the Black Keys for doing what they've always done, better than ever, arguably, there's still not enough stylistic separation between this LP and their earlier work for me to say that this is the greatest album in the world. Plus, I think the largest disappointment on this entire album, which is always a downer for me, personally, is when you have a cover on the album, and the cover on Brothers being the Jerry Butler song, Never Gonna Give You Up. You have a cover on Brothers which is better than every other original song on the album. Years from now, will we look to Brothers, or will we look to an LP like Rubber Factory and say to ourselves, yeah, that's the Black Keys' best album? Or do you think it'll be something that the band will release after this LP? So what I guess I'm getting at is that I like this LP. I like it more than Attack and Release, and I like it more than Magic Potion too. But I still think LPs like Rubber Factory and Thick Freakness take the cake. I'm feeling a strong 6 to a light 7 on this, most likely a light 7. But if you're into the Black Keys and you've heard this LP, what do you think about it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And how do you think it compares to the band's earlier work? 6 albums in. There's quite a bit to compare this to. Anthony Fantano, the Black Keys, Brothers, forever.